People. They are everywhere. I wouldn't say we're antisocial. In fact, there are people we like. We've only been on the road about a month, but already we've met some nice, interesting people. The problem is, life in a big city has made us suspicious of everything. In downtown Toronto, if a person approaches you, it is to A. potentially murder you, B. request money for a Big Mac, or possibly C. talk about God. But we found on our travels, people approach us for something I've never heard of before. Friendly conversation. But still, we were craving that truly isolated experience. And we felt like we were getting so close. First, we found this secluded spot by Lake Superior. Right by a highway. Then we drove up a mountain right into a pile of dust, also by a road. It seemed like every time we thought we found a sick spot, there was always a catch. Too loud, too busy, too crusty. Even though we wanted to find the best private campsite possible, we knew we couldn't be too picky. I don't know how obvious it is, but there is not a lot of money in being unemployed and living in your car. Instead of paying rent in a condo, we were now paying rent outside. The whole point was to feel free, and we were not feeling that free. We started to wonder if the whole thing was even worth it. But every now and then, we would see something that kept us going another week. Today we witness an encounter between a prairie dog and a condo dog. The condo dog believes everything the light touches is his kingdom, even though he is afraid of most things the light touches. The prairie dog is cautious but curious. The condo dog makes his advance. The prairie dog holds his ground. He has a hunch the condo dog ain't shit. The condo dog now doubts himself. He suddenly remembers he's far, far away from his condo. The prairie dog gets his boys, and together they mock the condo dog. They use their high-pitched cry to call the condo dog a little bitch. What the condo dog doesn't realize is this is their hood, and they run shit here, not him. They even allow their young to drink directly from the condo dog's bowl, the ultimate sign of disrespect. The condo dog makes a desperate plea to his handler. The handler is not impressed by what he sees. The prairie dogs eventually get bored and retreat to their basement apartment. The condo dog is left humiliated. He makes his way into his new home, for he is now a car dog. It was not just Ezra struggling. After weeks on the road, we were exhausted. Just as we were losing hope, we finally found it. The serene, peaceful destination we were looking for. A hotel with Wi-Fi. Our dirty little secret was that we actually needed a break after living outdoors for weeks. This was probably the most excited I've seen Ezra all trip. On our quest to remove the people from our trip, for some reason, we went to the most touristy place in Canada, Banff, Alberta. Every year, millions of people come to Banff to see a beautiful lake and get bombed on a patio. It was an easy distraction from our goal. They had pizza. The other thing that brought us to BC was seeing my younger brother Dean. Dean had served in the army and knows a thing about being outdoors. He took pity on our journey, and him and his girlfriend Sarah let us stay in their home for a few days.
Okay, so Ezra is very upset because Jimmy came over and just laid in his bed. Jimmy just came over and he's like, this is my bed now.
There was just so much to see in BC, and we were not the only people in the country trying to see it. Alberta and BC are great, but every day it felt like we were drifting further away from our goal of not having to see any people. We just kept adding people. We even bought a car tent to try to block out the people. It was a temporary solution because the moment you step out, you hear... We relapsed and spiraled back into a world of comfort. I'm talking Wi-Fi, patios, food delivery. We started losing motivation. What were we doing out here? Our life became a blur of paid campsites and White Claws by the lake. But are we relaxed?
Like, put it flat.
Oh shit, it opened, dude. Not to mention, there was a heat wave, which meant going outside felt like a chore, especially when you have a PlayStation 5 at home. So we finally did it. We packed our stuff and we just started driving. And it didn't help that BC was literally on fire, but we drove through it and we randomly followed a dirt road that led to a stream. After all that searching, was it worth it? What are we escaping from? Yeah, we replaced people with mosquitoes. Was it better? I don't know. We realized we're not just nature people or just city people. We want the freedom to experience the best of both worlds, hopefully on our own terms. Was wild camping peaceful as heck? Yes. Did we want to get the fuck up out of there after one night? Also yes. As annoying as people can be, there is a downside to not being in civilization. All right, time to eat. Shit.